Well. Y'all know right now it's not looking great for your Chicago Bulls, but that's why we here to talk about it. Come in, join the gang, and get your frustrations out right here on Shy Bulls Podcast. We're going to get into it, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls Podcast with the Kognacboyz. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog, C-Dub. How you doing, boy?
I'm feeling great, man. We get to talk to the guys. Hey, man, I wish we would have brought back the old school music for this episode, bro, because it's been a long time. You know
Man,
which one I'm talking about, too.
welcome to the invasion, but I'm definitely know what you talking about. The link is in the chat. Go ahead, click the link. You ain't got to show your face if you don't want to, but call in, ask us a question, or just go ahead and drop a take on the state of the Chicago Bulls. But in the meantime, C-Dub, how is it looking for the Chicago Bulls?
What you mean, how's it looking? It's not looking good at all. What do you mean? We got friction going on with the roster with Zach LaVine probably causing a little bit of mental strain on the players in the locker room. Plus, is they not just playing well all together. So before he even said anything, that's the reason he said I want to get traded. So we'll see. Jay Capone in the building.
Nas in the building. Sandroku in the building. What up? Call in. Let's get it. But C-Dub, I'm looking at the Chicago Bulls, and it's frustrating to watch, bro. It's frustrating to watch simply because there's just so many things going on with this team, and it's starting with the head coach. I don't know how true it is. I got to dive deeper into that, but they pretty much saying that Billy Donovan is now on a hot seat, and it should have been happening. Like the seat should have been hot coming into this season, and because we already know who he is, and I think if you want to go over with a rebuild, he cannot be the coach to lead that rebuild, bro. That's my 100% feeling on that, and my thought on that. He cannot lead the rebuild, bro.
Yeah, and forget all of us asking and begging and pleading, please fire this guy, Billy Donovan. Remember, it's two things. He got a secret contract extension under the table that nobody knows for how long and how much. And all the bull crap that he put us through these last 2.5 seasons, and he ain't been fired yet. What makes you think he get fired in the middle of the season? He ain't getting fired in the middle of the season, gang. That mark going at least to the end of this season. That's a fact.
Unless it really just get out of control.
Yeah, let's just get. And it started too, though.
I mean, it's starting to. I mean,
22-1 is crazy.
Yeah, you already looking at your star player. He ain't happy. And then these guys ain't winning games, and they steady coming out in first quarters looking like they ain't interested at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and you blame them first quarters. That's how you motivate your troops to go out there to war for you. And they ain't even, boy, they still sleepwalking, boy.
They definitely is. And that's just what it is. That's what it is. That's what it come down to. It's just a lot of things that need to change right now. And me personally, it's just you cannot come to me with a solution that says, hey, we just gonna trade Zach, get some pieces, we're gonna let DeMar and Vooch do what they do. I don't think that's good enough.
But yeah, I agree with you. Zach LaVine, this is what I wanted to tell you right here and ask me. This is a question, actually. Do you think it's time to get Ayo Dosunmu a chance to start at the point guard position, or that's too far, or that's too fast?
I'm willing to give Kobe his opportunity for sure. I mean, if some people want to see it, that's fine, but I think that should have happened in the preseason. I mean, we did see it. We never seen Javon Carter be the starter. So, But I ain't mad at it for some people calling for just to see if it works in that first quarter.
Yeah.
So, but hey, the man been having good games.
Yeah, he has. He has. You talk about Ayo or Kobe.
Both.
Both of them been having good games, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to keep Kobe on. Is this Sandroko?
We got Zandrogo in the building.
I'm
Sandroko.
here. I'm here.
What's
What's
up,
up,
big
people?
dog?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up,
big
my
fan
guy?
from Portugal.
All for Portugal.
Hey.
Shout out
Yeah,
Portugal, man.
I'm
What you
crazy
got
Bulls
going
fan.
on? What you got
I don't
going on in
know.
Portugal, man?
It's just a crazy team, man. 30 years of sadness, basically. Well, the Jordan years was amazing. But I
Yeah,
love you guys. You guys are great. You guys really represent the Bulls. Yeah, that's why I'm a big fan. And sometimes I am not here live, but I do watch replay and I watch with you guys on the background still. So I watch everything. And yeah,
Appreciate that.
yeah, it's a pleasure to be with you, both of you.
Appreciate it. I
Bobby,
got a
appreciate
Rob.
question
that,
for
big
you.
dog.
I got a question for you, Sandroku. First and foremost, I appreciate you for calling in, man, and thank you for supporting us from Portugal. It means a lot for sure.
Yeah, bro.
But my question for you is, if you was the GM or the guy to make decisions within the organization, what would be, now you know what the team is, what would be some of the moves you will make?
Phew, me? I mean, first of all, this is insane. Like, I don't know why we're keeping Billy Donovan, and we're trading Zach, like a year or two after we're gonna get rid of Billy Donovan anyway. So why we're doing it is just to be bad. But I mean, if we ever kept Zach, it's not like we're gonna win a championship anyway. So it's not like I'm against completely trading Zach or anything. But Demar has to go, Billy has to go, Vooch has to go. Those are like they're the musts right now. And then everything else will follow suit. Like I still hope Patrick Williams can be good, but it's pretty unsure. I'm pretty happy how Kobe White's been doing lately, and Io is coming up big. We need to trade AC, and yeah, those are my moves for now. We
For
don't
sure.
have much
So
left.
pretty much you going with the youth movement.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not keeping Zach, what's the point to
I
like
feel
to
you on
keep?
that.
Yeah, there's no point to keeping the old heads anyway here. That's most teams do. Like they go for young talent and hope we get something because
Right.
we're right now we're going nowhere. And I mean, 2 years and they don't do anything. Like you said on your video, Bobby, it's like after Lonzo got injured, they didn't do. They stay on their heels. And please don't tell me Javon Carter and Torrey Craig are like retooling. Please, God, don't tell me that because it's
Right.
not. Yeah.
That was their definition. I know. In hindsight, looking back, it was a poor decision to not do more on the off season. Now, I think we got Adrian in the
Yes, give us one
Sure.
second, Adrian. We're gonna bring you in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think about the point guard position, really quick, Sandroko? Is you think we need to take a look at Ayo? I love Kobe, but his field goal percentage is a little bit, what I'm saying, underwhelming for me. Was you
I
willing
mean,
to try
I,
Ayo?
I mean, I'm fine with that. Both are a bit of a combo guards, so we don't really have a pure point guard per se. So either way, it's fine. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's not, yeah. So I like both. So yeah, but Hayo is been playing great defensively. But come on, Kobe also has been playing good. So
He has. He has.
whatever
It's
you
just his
guys
field
feel
goal
like.
percentage.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Whatever you guys feel like it, I'm fine with that. Just get rid of Kumar and Vooch, take him out of here.
We
I
gonna
would keep
take that.
AC, but we want picks, so we want the youngsters to come in, and we have some real talent here for the future.
Right.
Anyway,
Oh,
For
bro.
sure. Well,
peace.
I was gonna say, well, thank you so much for joining, Sandroku. We will be doing this, and we will allow more time. But for
Yeah,
first
sure.
and foremost,
It's,
thank you, my guy.
it's all good. It's all good. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. I just came in to support you guys. Yep.
Oh,
Thank
So,
you.
appreciate you, big dog.
cheers,
Shout
cheers.
out to Portugal, man.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out
Shout
to
out.
y'all.
Yeah, yeah. It's midnight here.
Oh
Oh, wow.
shit! Shout
Yeah,
out to
Hey.
my man's man.
I'm a
Show my
crazy
love like
fan.
that. I'll be sleep
I'm a
like a
crazy
motherfucker.
fan, man. I'm a crazy fan. Anyway, cheers. Let me
All
hear
right.
the just
Well,
someone else.
all right. Thanks, Droku.
Hey, what up, yo?
Adrian, what up, my
What
guy?
up? What up? What up?
Hey, man, listen. I hate to be proven right about some things. It is what it is, man. Um,
My man,
it's
what
been
you
rough,
get proved
guys.
right on? What
I
you?
feel sorry for you guys, man. Like, I've been watching some of the live calls. Hey, man, it's not been pretty, hasn't it? Look, I didn't think they would trade. Remember when we had that conversation, and I was like, listen. I've not seen anything from them when it comes to the trade deadline that they're going to do anything. I
Right.
remember we had a conversation, I think it was with
Yep.
SB, and we
Yep.
were like, are they going to trade Zach? I was like, well, they've not shown us any reason that they're going to do anything at that deadline.
Right.
So I don't think they're going to do anything. And then apparently it looks like Zach's probably trying to push it himself. He's probably had enough. But yeah, look, the problem with the fan base and what is going on right now is I fully understand the idea of we need to get picks, right? Just trade these guys, let's get picks. You have to draft the right players, right?
Right.
That is also an issue which even if we, blow it up per se, I don't trust the current front office when it comes to their talent and evaluation.
Yeah, you
Let's
said
look at
that
their
too.
draft picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was their first draft pick? Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams. Yep.
Dalen Terry.
Yep.
Julian Phillips.
Don't they all look the same? Bro.
Exactly, right? Bro,
Bruh.
this is what I'm saying. So we don't have enough evidence of them drafting well for me to be confident with them for us to just blow it up without changing the front office as well.
Oh, so basically basically right now you saying that the Bulls got to clear everybody.
If you that's that is the ultimate way to cure the disease. What a lot of people, I know a lot of content creators do this as well. So and it's not a bad concept that a lot of people think of, but it's like everyone's looking at the symptoms rather than the disease, right? Everyone's trying to look for that quick fix. Everyone's looking for that quick, painkiller. You need to have the surgery done. You need the open heart surgery. That's what the Bulls need, right? Because we've now seen two front offices struggle to build a championship level team, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are two things in the fan base which is heavily misconstrued and heavily misunderstood. If you need your team to go into the luxury tax to make the playoffs, that's not a good team. That should send off red flags immediately. You don't need to go into the luxury tax just to make the playoffs. That shouldn't be the be-all, end-all of building a good team, right? If you have an organization and a front office that refuses to pay the luxury tax, why do you not then hire people who have elite history and background at working in organizations who have not been in markets who like to pay the luxury tax and have done well?
But you're spewing that. But who are these people, and what owner will just give it away? It's only a couple teams that'll do that. We know Golden State. We know probably Phoenix, probably the Lakers as well. But what other team is going to allow their GM to go over the luxury tax just all willy-nilly? Well, yeah, Boston
Philly,
as well. One of the few.
Toronto.
Philly, I don't know so much of Philly. Toronto, no.
Milwaukee.
No. Yeah, now, yes. But this is not a permanent thing with Milwaukee. Denver, no.
No, Denver are loaded actually. So yeah, Denver.
Yeah.
The Kroenke family is crazy rich, man.
Like, but this still that's not half. You know what I'm saying? That's
for sure. But
let me
the idea I also want to put on a point is like I can understand as a business you don't want to pay the luxury tax. You want to get the benefits of not paying it, right? You want that 20 million payout, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you hire people from the front offices of organizations that don't pay the luxury tax but find success, right?
So my question, Adrian, Bob Myers, right? the guy that just was let go from Golden State, the GM and all that.
Yeah.
Do you think, for one, I would think he would be a hell of a candidate for the Chicago Bulls
I
if
disagree.
that was to happen.
I disagree.
But that's my question. Why do you disagree?
Because he was the GM that drafted Stephen Clay. He came in post Stephen Clay. His real drafts, I think, was 2015 onwards, right? The Jordan Poole, the Kumingas, the Patrick Baldwin Juniors. I think I don't know how elite of a GM he is really, because
those
Can I counter that?
those not all misses though.
no,
counter
they're
that?
not all misses. I don't know whether he can translate what he took from Golden State to here, because he had the benefits of working with a Steph Curry player.
Right. Let me and I want to counter that. He was the guy that brought in Sean Livingston, right? Or did he come with the previous regime?
See, I'm not too sure. I just know for
Yeah,
sure
so-
that he wasn't the one who drafted Stephen Clay. That's
Yeah,
because I think it was Mark Jackson was the coach at the time, and I remember he fired Mark Jackson. So I do give him credit for understanding the type of.
Yeah,
he would
so
definitely
went
be an
in.
upgrade on AK,
Mhm.
but I don't think he's the type of GM we should be looking at.
Right.
If
My point is that even though he didn't draft Stephen Clay, he was still able to maneuver and make moves to have winning players come in and do
For sure.
what they had to do so they can be in contention at the minimum.
Right.
My
thing is, I want a GM who's. Sorry,
I was gonna say I understand that might be a little bit concerned when it comes to drafting, but when it comes to constructing a team so they can compete and be in championship talks, he was there.
100. Like my problem is I think it is there. The two. That's the one thing I'll give to the Warriors GM. Like the most difficult thing is staying at the top, and I think that's a very good argument you can make for getting Bob Myers in there. Although you do have to remember that the luxury tax the Warriors paid for so many years was the highest in the NBA, and he benefited from that massively. Like getting Otto Porter, getting all these players, getting Gary Trent. Not Gary Trent. What's his name?
That's
What's
a
that guy
great
who?
point,
I forgot his name now. Gary Payton II. Like getting all these players and adding them to that trio, and not having to worry about the luxury tax. He would have to deal with that here. And how will he be able to manage that? You know what I mean? He had a lot of benefits.
I think that's a good point. I think it's a good point. I think it's
that's why all the way to fuck over though, for sure. He got to start from scratch.
I would want the assistant GM of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I think that would be a hell of a candidate
because
too.
Bobby, the Oklahoma City Thunder don't want to pay the luxury tax, right? The most famous examples when they let Harden go, but they have shown me that they know how to build a team from the bottom up, right? Yep. That's the kind of GM I would be looking for, right?
To match with a cheap owner. You're right. Yes, fair. Yeah,
it's a cheap owner. So look at other cheap owners and who are the best teams with cheap owners, right? That's the kind of mindset I'm looking at.
But let me throw this in there. What type of team do you want though? Are we saying the OKC Thunder is a championship team? Are they even close?
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say.
Well,
go ahead.
I
was just gonna say I wouldn't say they're not a championship team, but I think that with the way that they are maneuvering and all the capital that they have, they could definitely ascend to that, and they will not have to spend so much money.
No, I'm saying with that team they got on the floor, is that team competing for? It's a very good young team, but it's not keep competing for no championship.
No, not at the moment.
No time soon.
For sure.
No time soon.
I 100% agree with you.
They definitely need more.
My thing is, the only other counter argument is, during the KD Russ era, how many times did the Oklahoma City Thunder have a winning record? How many times did they make conference finals, and how many more times did they do that relative to the Chicago Bulls at that same time?
They did a lot.
So that indicates to me that they have a history of building teams that are successful. Whether they're winning teams or not is another question, and maybe that's the limit of that organization and the financial restrictions they have. My only point I make to you guys is, if we have the parameters by the Reinsdorf family surely it would just make more sense for them financially to make more money through TV deals, through the playoffs, marketing, improving the brand, and for us to have a better on ball, on the field product to hire GMs who've experienced that type of market financial limitations before. It's the same thing I have with like the NFL. I follow it a little bit, guys, but like when some of these fans want like an experienced defensive head coach, I say that's not the way that the NFL's going. So you
Right.
want an offensive minded head coach? It's the same kind of idea here, where I would just go for a GM who's worked with the similar financial parameters that the Reinsdorfs would put on whoever the Chicago Bulls head GM would be. And look, for them to fire AK would have to be a heavy push from the fans to even lead to anything to that happen. There's a lot of pushback whenever I put this idea out there because like it's never happened, right?
Yeah.
Most of the times they quote unquote resign, even though supposedly they resign a week before the season tickets are meant to come out, and it's in their contract. If they resign, their buyout is reduced. But anyways, I think it's just comes to a point where we need a full reset, man.
I feel you on that, man. But we appreciate you, my guy. We want to grab squeeze Steve-O in here before we gotta go to this game, my boy. We appreciate you though. Thanks for supporting us where we've been at on Player Choice and over here. Thank you. And great points too,
shout out, man. Everyone hit the like button, man.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks, Adrian. Oh shit, my bad, Steve-O. Steve-O in the house. What up?
What up? What's the word?
You got something on your chest about the Chicago Bulls, bro?
I hate them. That's all I want to say. I hate them. I don't like them. I don't know what the hell we gonna go. I'm just preparing for damnation. That's all I'm preparing for. Damnation, hellfire, brimstone, confusion, chaos, cataclysmic, all that shit.
Did you confess, my guy? You confess? Did you confess?
I'm confessing now. I'm confessing now. I'm doing it now. I just need them to do something.
Facts.
Do something.
But we can all agree that something is finna be done. We don't know when it is. But
yeah,
something about to be done.
It's just to the point, like, damn, like y'all not even like worth the time of watching. Like y'all make my brain hurt. Like I don't even want to watch y'all. Like
we have a good first quarter, y'all. Please.
When the last time we had a great first? Was it the first game of the
last
season?
year?
It was the first game of the season. We had 35 points. The other team had 35.
I don't know what's wrong with us, bro. Like I really don't. They need the heart is there when they want it to be there. Like I don't know, bro. Like I'm just tired of this team. Bro.
Hey, nephew and Steve-O. Usually when we can't put our fingerprint or put our hand on what's the problem with a particular team, don't we normally go to the coach? That's what happens, right? Because it gotta be coaching. If you can't point out a particular player or scheme, or it gotta be the coach.
I didn't want the beady-eyed rabbit-looking bastard when he got here. I didn't want him because it was the same old shit. I didn't want him. I saw this coming, and we sat here and gave him the secret contract. This motherfucker could be here for the next 10 years for all we know. Like I'm just tired of this team except the mediocre shit. Because there's mediocre shit right here. Like,
bro,
like he didn't do nothing.
This motherfucker be here for the next 10 years, gang. Bro, oh no.
Mo Cheeks been here for damn near 15.
What if he's the interim coach? They fire him. He's the interim coach. You feel better still? Oh, he ain't feel better.
He gonna be Cheeks. What you mean?
Bro,
he coached the 76ers or something back in the day, didn't he?
Damn, he ain't did nothing since he been here.
Bro, he ain't done nothing since he stopped playing.
He making a coffee and shit for Billy. That's what he doing,
bro. Make some coffee at home and retire. Retire, see your old ass.
But hey, we finna go ahead and cut out, take a 5-minute break, and we're gonna catch y'all for the live call. The Chicago Bulls versus the Toronto Raptors. Renee, thanks for joining the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. V-Dog, Jacob Hong, we definitely gonna catch you next time. Nas, thanks for being here, and all those other ones. Before you go, hit the like button. Shout out to the people that came through, Steve-O, Sandroku, and Adrian. We're gonna catch y'all in a couple minutes on a live call. For sure.